Drop a like if you love My 600-Pound Life. Hey there everyone, what's up? And welcome back to another video. Stars on My 600-Pound Life have always ranged from being the least concerned to being the most determined. Although to lose an excessive amount of weight is not a child's play, there have been patients on the show who made impossible seem possible with their unstoppable dedication. Let's have a look at 5 My 600-Pound Life patients who have had incredibly shocking journeys. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's begin. Number 5. Marla McCants. Marla McCants was at the worst place in her life when she was abducted by her boyfriend and stranded away for a long period of time. This incident traumatized her so much that her weight peaked at 800 pounds at one point, and by the time Marla reached out for help, her clock of life was ticking off. Nonetheless, Dr. Now embarked on the journey to change her life forever, as he helped Marla to lose 300 pounds initially, achieving a weight of 534 pounds, which finally enabled her to stand on her own, which was out of question otherwise, and also helped her to qualify for the gastric bypass surgery through which she had shed more weight, losing in total an unbelievable 600 pounds. That made her completely unrecognizable than before. McCants is on to writing a book about her awe-inspiring journey, from lying helpless on the deathbed to becoming a healthy and active individual. Number 4. Paula Jones. Paula's story is different from other participants on the show in a sense that her progress was more emotionally driven, since she had just lost her husband to morbid obesity, who left behind a family of 5. Paula had no option but to fix herself to be there for her children, as she also feared the same fate as that of her husband's, since she too weighed 542 pounds just 1 year after her husband passed away. Her dedication led her to make a big decision of shifting with her children from Georgia to Texas for the surgery, and under the guidance of Dr. Now, despite many ups and downs, Paula lost a magnificent 400 pounds at the end of her process and even claimed that ever since the weight loss, her relationship with her children had drastically improved, and she was now actively involved in their lives. Number 3. Donald Shelton. To say Donald Shelton's journey on the show was an emotional roller coaster is an understatement. Donald initially weighed 678 pounds and was completely restricted to a wheelchair. Nonetheless, he still pushed through and managed to lose around 380 pounds with help from Dr. Now. And just when everything started to seem going back on the right track, Donald sustained an injury and had to be rushed to the hospital, where he was hit with another shattering news: that he was suffering from a nervous system attacking immune disease, which meant he would still be bound to a wheelchair even if he were healthy. This news demoralized him so much so that he stopped putting in efforts to maintain his physical health and gained back 200 pounds. However, he was a brave entity and didn't let an illness dictate his life, and despite countless setbacks, he began his weight loss journey again, eventually reached a really healthy weight. Number 2. Laura Perez. Laura weighed 594 pounds when she first appeared on the show. She explained how her weight went out of control after binge eating to distract herself from the childhood trauma of molestation by a family member. Although before the weight loss implementation, Laura was relying on her husband completely for everyday tasks. But after she underwent gastric bypass surgery, where 80% of her stomach was removed, Perez lost over 300 pounds, and, at her lowest, she weighed a striking 182 pounds. However, as strange as it sounds, Paula's husband wasn't satisfied with her transformation, and things started going sour between the couple. Thankfully, Paula was enough self-aware to not let anything get between her and her health, and so happily left her husband for good. Number 1. Christina Phillips. Christina struggled with obesity issues ever since she was a child. Eating became an endless loop for her, and she eventually hit a point where she measured 673 pounds on the scale. It brought in a lot of insecurity into her life, and Christina confessed that she wouldn't step out of her house until past 3 a.m., so that there would be no one to give her the judgmental looks. To finally get herself out of this hellhole, she enrolled in the weight loss program, and after undergoing excess skin removal surgery, Phillips dropped her weight to 183 pounds. Her obsession with shedding weight became too much that she ended up dropping too much pounds that doctors had to ask her to gain some of it back to become normal again, which she eventually did, and now enjoys a healthy weight of 177 pounds. This brings us to the end of our video. Let us know in the comments below which transformation did you find the most jaw-dropping. For more interesting videos, stay tuned.